Joe, that's a Hall of Fame terrible take right there.
No, it's not. It's true. It's so true.
What?
Boy just choked. Straight women booty and let the ball go.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
LeBron James
puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Irving and Curry. One-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
Oh, yeah, but we'll get to explaining and debating in a second. Joseph.
Yes, sir.
How we feel?
Just asked me how I felt and then called me a loser. That's what I got. I'm good. Vibing.
Yeah, I'm gonna still represent Heat Nation, even though we are some dog shit without Timothy Butler, but it's all good. We start the next rebuild. Joe?
I'm representing too. Wearing all white. I ain't got a team right now.
Yeah, y'all surrendered like a motherfucker in that first round series. I get it. I respect what you're doing over there. But yeah, you know what? It's all good.
It was rough.
It's all good. It's been a minute. We've had some life things going on, so it's been a minute. We didn't get to do our usual playoff prediction like we usually wanted to, but that don't mean we're not going to give you a prediction.
Facts.
We're still going to give you one. Is it a little later? Do we have a little bit more of the answers to the test? Sure. My answers weren't going to change, though. My answers weren't going to change.
Mine weren't either.
They're going to be as. Oh, yeah, okay. We already know you were going to be a Lakers, LeBron.
I said I was going to say whatever.
Yeah, we know how you were about to get down. It's all good. But Joe, we got to react to round one first. So we are into round two. We got Knicks and Celtics going on right now. But first things first, Joe. Let's just give a whatever you want to say about round one. Get it off your chest. You want to talk about your Lakers? Talk about them. You want to not talk about your Lakers? Don't talk about them. It's whatever you want to react to in round one, Joe.
Round one. Clippers gonna clip. First of all, James Harden, it is what it is. Like, we knew this was gonna happen. So we can start off right there. James Harden was terrible. Kawhi was great in 3 out of the 7 games. The other ones he was just okay, and they needed him to be in great all the games because James Harden band. It is what it is now. It's not a stigma. It's not a narrative. It is a fact. Like, it's just what it is. A game 6 or game 7, he's just not going to show up. He can't handle the pressure. He hasn't been able to do it ever since he was at OKC and they had to play the Miami Heat. He flamed out there. He was, this is going to be the next big dude, 6th man of the year. And in the finals, he flailed out. So this is just what James Harden does. Then the Lakers. We got to stop with the blaming the 40-year-old LeBron. Like, we got to relax on that. We can't sit there and blame JJ Redick either when he has no confidence in his bench. Like, okay, yeah, you could put Jackson Hayes out there, but where are we really going to get? I guess you can say, hey, give him 2 minutes and see what's going to happen. But we saw what happened earlier in the series. So, they were in a bad position. Low key, I feel like the Lakers deserve a mulligan this season. Like, that is a big trade to make. You didn't have any players or depth around you. You didn't have a center. So, I get it. Now they got pieces and they can make some changes. AR-15, we got to stop talking about Austin Reeves, this dude, he all this. And then every time he get into a series, he finds a way to get locked down. So that's another stigma on them as well. Besides that, everything else, Jokic is that dude. Jamal Murray was that dude for a little bit too. He came back and had flashes. I think that's going to be something scary going down the line because Aaron Gordon making game-winning shots too, and that's in the second round. But with them clicking like that and being clutch again, even with a new coach coming in there, that actually may lit a fire under Jokic because he looks like he actually cares about basketball and not caring about getting to the offseason and the horses. So first round was definitely entertaining.
It was very entertaining. I'll co-sign what you said about Harden. I actually think this was, and I know we're kind of grading on a bit of a curve here, but I actually think this was one of his better game 7s. Because I at least think, like, he did have like 10 assists at halftime. So you can't say he was just doing nothing.
You can't only have like 6-7 shots though, bro.
No, yeah, and that's the thing. That's where I was gonna go. Like, when you're that guy, when you're the second option, you can't let the other team just take you out like that. You can't let them take you out the game. Like, we saw all series long what happened when Norman Powell tried to put the ball on the floor more than 3 times, right? Going the other way.
Facts.
Going the other way, fast break, layups, dunks, threes.
Zubac was trash.
I think Zubac did his thing. Like Zubac had to
You
guard
only do
Jokic.
much.
He had to guard
Yeah,
Jokic.
you
So
only
like
do so much.
there's only so much he can do. Your Lakers series, Joe, I don't know, like one kind of a shitty matchup, you know, in terms of just how it ended up falling. Not a great matchup for him. I think they could have won a first round series had they gotten a little bit better luck of the draw there.
Fair.
I will say though, no one should be surprised. One, we saw Minnesota make a deep run last year, right? They kind of retooled their team. They're not a bad team. Anthony Edwards is one of the rising superstars in the league, right? I don't know. I haven't heard much LeBron James hate, so I don't really know what you're getting all worked up about.
I have. It's crazy.
You LeBron fans are something.
I have. And even if we did win, he had a grade 2 MCL sprain. He wouldn't have played anyway.
Whatever. I
love that came out the next day. It's so funny to me.
That's pretty classic LeBron.
Yeah, it really is.
You know, I like LeBron, but that's classic LeBron.
Every time it gets bounced out the playoffs, I had an injury. I was gonna miss the next game anyway.
Yeah. I can't go to the Met Gala. LeBron, no one gives a fuck if you go to the Met Gala, bro. I'm sorry.
I do. He's 40. Who cares? LeBron don't care about basketball no more. He out there having fun.
My whole thing with this, so we talked about the trade, and when the trade happened, I told you I was very mixed on it. Like I thought it was. I understood it for the Lakers in terms of like that's your next superstar.
But for this year,
I've always had my hesitations with Luka. Like I'm not
no defense.
A big Luka. He doesn't play defense. He's
out of shape.
He's heavy usage, heavy ISO. There's just
there was
nothing
a lot of hero
about
balls.
I don't love all that. And then that's why I think I'm not going to kill JJ for the move because again the bench is what it is and it just wasn't great. But Luka's conditioning. You all these things about him, and he's trying to win the game 1-on-5. You got to at least make sure he has his legs for him. So I think they needed to find some minutes for him on the bench there at some point. But I also think people have gone way overboard criticizing JJ for that move. And then JJ's a fiery guy. He got a little fired up when they asked him about it. But I thought the question that he got mad about was disrespectful. In my opinion. Oh,
you don't think I know how to coach?
Basically, do you plan on do you listen to your assistant coaches? What other head coach ever gets that question?
Mike Budenholzer.
I don't think he's ever gotten questioned.
His
assistants, it's like obviously the Lakers, like JJ filled his staff with a bunch of guys that have been around the league for a very long time for a reason. It wasn't because he would just fucking say, "I don't care what you say." So I thought that was a little weak. I can't let my guys off the hook of getting all this hate. 55 point ass whooping to go home.
That's bad, bro. That was bad.
Here's my only reaction.
They weren't even worth talking about.
They don't deserve. They really don't deserve the airtime. But
they were trash.
I don't want to see a Heat social media post, a Heat executive,
Heat culture gone.
Udonis Haslem. I don't want to see Heat culture anywhere.
It's gone.
It's dead. Heat culture got sent to Golden State.
Is that what it says on your shirt, though?
No, it says Heat basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to see that Heat culture shit anywhere.
It's gone.
Nowhere. You don't get it. You got to retire that for at least until you win another playoff series. That's what I'll do. Until you win a playoff series, I don't want to hear Heat culture.
You're not gonna do the Stephen A. and say Pat Riley needs to go.
I said that before they got rid of Jimmy.
Yeah,
Once he pissed off Jimmy, I said it was time for
It's time for you to get out the way. Bro. You're tripping.
Because this is exactly what I was saying, Joe.
Over pennies.
Over a 2-year extension.
Over pennies. They did the same thing to D Wade. Over pennies. In reality.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, he's goated. Ain't no question about that. He is goated. There's no taking that away from him. But right now, he's past his prime. It's okay. It happens to everybody.
Happened to Phil Jackson.
It's time. Yeah, it happens to everybody. Last thing, I'm surprised you didn't bring this one up.
Happened in the pop.
Mr. Rivers. Mr. Rivers. Dr. Rivers.
I mean, Dame was hurt.
I ain't hearing all that. Who had the best player in the series?
They did, yeah. Yeah.
He's supposed to be this great coach, right?
But the way the Pacers look though right now.
No, we'll get to the Pacers because the Pacers are doing some shit. But I'm just saying that again, it's not that they just lost.
True.
They went out sad, and Dame came back. He then got hurt again. But
he was out for a minute because he had the blood clot,
I know,
so he couldn't even move or nothing.
I'm just saying.
Run around and stuff.
Whatever. New year, new excuse for Doc Rivers.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Joe, when's the last time the Bucks made it out the first round? The year they won?
Well, the year they won. But then after they won, they decided to get rid of Drew Holiday.
Not immediately.
Yeah, that's true. But then Chris Middleton got hurt.
New year, new excuse. I think
Doc Rivers
this
wasn't
might
there the
be
first
this
year.
might be it though. This might be it for Giannis in Milwaukee. I would not be surprised if this is the turning point where
Where's he gonna go?
Finally go.
Houston.
This is what's gonna be, Joe. Giannis is gonna say, "I want to go to Miami." Miami's gonna get all excited. Pat Riley's gonna budge on giving up like Nikola Jovic or some shit, and then he'll go to Houston or Golden State, a team that's willing to part with, people that are going to be maybe mid-tier players. Yeah, that's how it's going to go.
Spencer.
That's how that's going to go.
Jimsky.
Roger, let's go to this. Let's go to the series that we are that we're in right now. We got to talk. We got to talk about the Pacers, Joe. They are the surprise so far of the playoffs, especially in this round. They are up 2-0 on the 1-seed Cavs after taking both games in Cleveland. I texted you yesterday after they pulled off their game 2 upset, telling you how I wish we would have gotten on the air before this one because I was picking them. But nonetheless, give me your reaction to the Pacers being up 2-0. I believe I teased this the last time we did record. I was like, I feel like people need to put a little more respect on Indy's name because of how they played last year in the playoffs.
Say that.
And so it's starting to come true a little bit. But Joe, what's your reaction? Are you more? I want to know if you're more in the camp of this is good Indy or this is just the Cavs being a regular season ass team and this is nothing else to look at.
That Snow Bunny energy, bro. Because Tyrese Halliburton crazy for making that shot with a bad wrist and everything. That's what it is. Tyrese Halliburton, they came out and they said on that survey, most overrated player in the league, Tyrese Halliburton.
Mm-hmm.
And that little fire under his ass, he said, okay, because he was playing. Sometimes he played timid and want to get everybody involved. He let his nuts hang. He's letting his nuts hang in his playoffs, real talk, and he's balling out. And this is exactly what we've been talking about when he was even in Sacramento. We said, this is like, when he plays like this is how good he can be. But he get into that mode of being so passive sometimes, and that's when they don't play well. But like this last year in the playoffs, they turned up. They still was playing as a team, but they turned up. That's crazy that the Knicks just won.
Oh,
it's crazy that the Knicks just won. Boy, the Celtics is fucking. Oh my God, this is what they back. Same old Celtics. But anyway, Pacers are good, bro. They got a good team. They got a lot of depth. They got a lot of guys, gadget guys, and I think it's gonna be a tough game. It looked like Donovan Mitchell going into that hero ball that he used to go to into Utah Jazz, and if he gets us into that Euro ball, he's not gonna win. Like in the regular season, I think when he shot over 27 shots or more, they were 1-3. So, and he did it last night. So I guess now they're 1-4 when Donovan Mitchell takes more than 27 shots a game. So
yeah, I mean,
if they can make that happen, the Pacers gonna win.
Because he was 15-30, like he was balling, like
yeah. But then nobody else is in rhythm and gets their chance. I mean, they also need what's his name? I'm blanking on the name. The point guard,
Garland.
Yeah, they need Garland back fully healthy because then he can stable that out, and then Donovan Mitchell don't have to play too much freaking hero ball.
Talking all that cash money shit that he can't even suit up. I ain't hearing shit from him. He's sorry too. He's soft too.
Yeah, you gotta play. You're right. You gotta play.
He talked all that shit
playoffs. You gotta play
against the goddamn 10 seed that won the play-in to be an 8 seed. Talking about he wants to come talk big tough at hero, and then he don't even want to suit up. Miss me with all that.
Soft.
That just shows me how you're built. That just shows me how you're built. No, out on him. But yeah, I mean the Pacers. Look, they have a style. They have a great head coach in Rick Carlisle, a champion. He deserves his flowers because he's really, we've seen him when he gets a good point guard. We've seen it, right? He had Jason Kidd when he was in Dallas.
mean,
like that's kind of his.
Luka got him kicked out of Dallas. Luka got him. Was like, hey man,
Who's that say more about?
That's what I'm saying. At this point, they should have kept Rick Carlisle and been like, hey,
especially if you're going to end up trading Luka. But yeah. So I mean, I think that's. I think this is a little bit more about the Pacers being good.
They are good.
Like I think it's about the Pacers. They are a for real team. Series is obviously not over.
But no, also the Cavs, bro. Like you really let Tyrese Halliburton get his own rebound off that free throw, then back up, get the shot into the space that he wanted, and shoot a three over you. You deserve that loss. You deserve that loss.
7-footers, and you let the point guard get the rebound on the missed free throw when you know he's missing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on, bro.
You deserve to lose.
But it's it's like we talked about this multiple times in the regular season, right? We asked the question: are they a regular season team? Are they a real contender? They made the trade for DeAndre Hunter, and everybody I feel like in the national sports world was, oh wow, look at this! This is just another wing that they can throw at the Celtics. And I don't know. I was just sitting here like, that doesn't move.
They got to get to the Celtics.
Right, that doesn't move me. Well, the Celtics got to get to them too, apparently after today. But yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't move me because again, we've seen Donovan Mitchell be great in Utah, and it doesn't work out with him getting very far in the playoffs, right? Like there's something about him, and again, some of it I think is just the truly great players that can just completely move the needle with their team, right? From getting them from round one all the way to the finals. You got to be able to do more than just score. Now, it can be purely offensive, right? When you think about like a Jokic, he really controls the game completely offensively though. Playmaking, scoring, and doing some rebounding. Luka, same thing, right? As much as I don't like Luka and don't think his style of play is ever going to translate to a championship win.
He doesn't make people better though. Jokic makes his teammates better.
Yeah, they can all put the entire offense on their back. I just don't think Donovan Mitchell can do that. Like Donovan Mitchell can fill it up. We saw last night. I'm not blaming Donovan Mitchell for their loss, but he's going to need the sum of the parts around him to complete the team to help take him to that next spot. Because I mean, he scored 50 points on very efficient shooting. There's not much more you can ask Donovan Mitchell to do, but he still needed more from his other teammates, right? You think about Kobe, offense and defense. He wasn't much of a playmaker. He could make a little bit when he needed to, but he could lock you down on defense too. LeBron, literally everything. Jordan, offense and defense. Even like a Dwayne Wade, offense and defense, right? They brought more than just scoring. So we'll see. We'll see if they can ever figure it out, but it don't look good for them, Joe.
Hell no. Now they got to go to Indiana. Think they finna get a win?
Yeah, I mean, they got to best hope for a split just to get it back to Cleveland, and maybe they can start walking them down from 3-1. But yeah, I mean, it don't look good. It don't look good, Joe. I got to hold on. You got to let me.
Game, it's over. They lose that. If they lose this next game, it's over. They go down 3-0, it's over.
Oh yeah.
So,
oh yeah.
You got one of the best games Mitchell's gonna have, and you couldn't win. Yeah, it's over.
It don't look good, Joe. Let's talk about the other series. I had to update the title here, but the Knicks are up 2-0 on the Celtics. This does make me smile, Joe. As much as I also hate the Knicks, nothing makes me smile more than seeing the Celtics lose.
That's what they get.
I'm gonna let you go first, though.
That's what you get. This is what you get. I have no problem with you taking 73s in the regular season. Y'all motherfuckers missed like 63s in a playoff game. Like they're not at one point
45.
Whatever, bro. Damn, they took 60. Or so whatever it was. You missed 45 is a fucking lot. And now one time someone said, hey man, we got Jason Tatum, bro. Let's just let him ISO, turn around, pull up. Like we got Jaylen Brown, let him attack the rim. We got Drew Holiday, let him attack and dish it out. We got Al Horford. Maybe we can slow the game down a little bit. Let's get some of this mid-range going and then extend to the three-point line. And then you go into this game
another 30 tonight, Joe.
That's what I'm saying. Then they went to this game tonight, and the first thing they do in the beginning of the game is start chucking threes. it's nice and the analytics sound great in the regular season. You can win a bunch of games doing it. But this is what's going to happen when you get cold and you guys can't make a bucket. And then games get close in the fourth quarter and you still taking bad, stupid shots. You go back to old habits and now you look disorganized offensively. And you're playing against a team like the Knicks who know how to be in this situation because they've been in it a lot in close games, intense situations. And Jalen Brunson gonna do that, and they just gonna be clutch because they've proven that's what they're gonna do. So the Celtics put themselves in a situation to be in close games with the Knicks, which they shouldn't have been because they beat the Knicks 3-1. I'm pretty sure in the regular season.
Swept them.
So,
remember, there's the whole thing. The Knicks couldn't stay within 20 points of the top 2 seeds in each conference, right?
And now in the playoffs, we can bully it. We can get it ugly. We undersized, so they not gonna call as many calls against us, and we're gonna play scrappy. And you take them shots. You had a lot of wide open shots, and y'all missing them. Now we up 2-0. Now the Celtics don't mean the Celtics can't win this series still because they shoot the ball lights out still, but
they got a team prone to fucking up too.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to pull up some quarter by quarter stats because I just want to make sure, we've been on through parts of this game, but I'm trying to figure out stats by quarter because the one thing that really I am not going to kill a team for taking a lot. I hate the conversation around teams take too many threes. Shut up. All right, that's my reaction every single time.
Yeah, if they're making them,
it don't matter. If they're good shots, they're good shots. Like that's all I really care about.
Well, we're talking, but it matters when it's the Celtics because a lot of the time they're not good shots.
Right, but so I can't find the stats on my phone quickly.
But also, Peyton Pritchard's not doing like he does. Like them role players ain't getting 30 in the playoffs.
Here is my issue with Game 1, Joe. In the third quarter, they have a 20-point lead. 19 of their 20 shot attempts in the quarter were from 3.
Yep, dumb.
That let the Knicks get back into the game. Like that's where, to me, you have to have a little bit more situational awareness, right? You have a big lead. You don't need to barrage them with threes. Just keep making sure you're steadily getting points on the board. Get to the rim, get fouled, get yourself some easy points so you can then make the Knicks string together a bunch of made 3 after made 3 because the Knicks aren't shooting it that well from 3 either. They're just not relying as much on it. Brunson's gonna do his flopping bullshit and get himself to the line a bunch of times, right? Yeah. Like they've got a little more diversity to their offensive game and they're more willing to try different areas of the floor. Whereas the Celtics, I would have a hard time as a coach allowing my team, watching my team see a lead back-to-back games where they had 20-point leads in the third quarter dwindle down purely because we're shooting so many threes. It's just like, all right, if they're not falling, you got to change it up so you don't have, so you can at least keep adding to your lead again. It's just
I'm looking at
Jason Tatum 5 and 19 from the floor.
Right,
14 rebounds, which is nice. Appreciate that hustle.
Jaylen Brown was 8 for 20 something.
I mean, it wasn't much better. It was better, but it wasn't much better. Just not good. Not good.
Game ended on a 38-17 New York Knicks run.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, that's probably the last. That's probably the last couple of minutes in the third quarter and the fourth quarter.
Yep,
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Derek White takes 11 threes, makes 3. Jaylen Brown, 2 of 7. Tatum, actually, to his credit, only took 5 threes. That's not that bad. Only made 1. So he was at least trying something different.
Isn't his hands hurt? He has that injury, so he's probably not going to shoot
the wrist injury. But, I mean, I don't know.
Derek White
role players taking 11 threes is...
And that's exactly what they want him to do, though. So, hey.
They get what they get. So, series over?
No, it's not over.
Yeah, it's not over. It's not.
The Celtics Knicks are too good.
The Knicks find ways to fuck up too much.
And the Celtics may make 43s next game.
Facts. So. Yeah, I mean they get the Celtics are much less dependent on where they play. It's really just like if they start hitting those threes, that game can get out of hand quickly.
Let's
talk about some of the unfortunate news, Joe. So game 1 of the Timberwolves and Warriors series, and Curry pulls up lame in the beginning of the second quarter with a bad hamstring. Luckily, it's only a grade 1, so that's usually about a week or 2 injury. So
there's 2 games.
They are every other day until I think game 6. So he's probably gonna miss 3 or 4. He's probably gonna miss 3 or 4, depending on how bad it is. Warriors were still able to win game 1, so they are up 1-0. Give me your reaction to this one, Joe. Obviously, we didn't actually spend any time on the Warriors Rockets reaction in round 1, because that was actually probably one of the better series of round 1. That was a good series. But what do you think about this one, Joe?
I don't know, bro. Like, I know the party life in Minnesota ain't that great, but they was throwing duds up there, bro. The ball was flat. Everything was flat. They had no legs. Minnesota, I'm telling you, bro. I don't know what they do. Did they stay over in LA after they beat the Lakers? Like, I just literally don't know. They look so bad. Anthony Edwards looked flat. Like, you can't be one day the face of the league, and then the next game when you come out and you 0 for 8 in the first half. Like, that's crazy. Like, you can't do that. I know how you're young and everything, but you can't be that person. Everybody's saying, "Ooh, you took down LeBron, you took down KD, you took down Jokic," but then you go up in this game and you come out flat like that. It's unacceptable, especially if you're going to be that next guy in the league. And then for them, even if Anthony Edwards has a flat game, doesn't play well, he played well in the fourth quarter when the game was out of reach. The rest of the team need to show up too. Y'all got too much depth and too much talent to not look good. And then the idea that the Timberwolves thought just because Rudy Gobert had a good final game against the Lakers, that shit was going to continue. He was going to do that against the Warriors with Draymond out there. That shit was not going to happen. He should not have been out there as much as he was. They let Draymond make all them threes early on. Like, that shit not going to happen again, though. But I just thought the Timberwolves came out flat. They came out like they didn't care. And that's something that they've been doing for the last 2-3 years. Like, that was a knock against them last year. That's why they lost against Dallas. That was a tendency that they have in the regular season this year. So that's a little nerve-wracking for me. So I think the Warriors got a great chance to win this series, even without Steph Curry, because we've seen Jimmy Butler carry team with less talent.
No, we haven't. Okay, so
I'm just playing. The Warriors' talent is pretty fucking trash.
I have seen this take today. There's people like throwing, we've seen Jimmy take less for the finals. No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
What you mean? This is bad. They not there. You right. No, bro. You right. They had fucking Spencer out there, bro, and Jim bro.
Like, I know the Heat didn't have the flat, and like my issue with it is that it's purely because of how ESPN talks about sports is why they then say a statement
stupid
like
shit like that. But
I mean, Bam and Draymond. I don't care. Only delusional Golden State fans would say Draymond is better overall.
But in the playoffs, would you rather have Draymond or Bam in a playoff situation?
Bam.
I'm taking Draymond in a 7-game series. I'm taking Draymond because he already been there, done that.
Bam's been to 2 finals now.
You saw what Draymond did in that first half. He won that game for them in the first half.
He did. I mean, he played. I'm not discounting Draymond, but I'm saying, like, take the bubble team, right? That went to the finals. You had a Dragic.
That team was good.
You had Hero.
That team was good.
Like, you had so much more than like some of these other role players that are on the Warriors.
No. I was talking about the other team. No, that bubble team was good.
But even that team, right? Like, you had an older Hero. Well, I guess Hero was actually hurt that year, but
he was hurt.
You had Duncan Robinson still is like your knockdown shooter.
You had a whole bunch
Victor
of
Oladipo. You had you had some people. You had Gabe Vincent, Max Strus. Like, you have all these guys that have gone on to be proven kind of role players other places. I don't know, and maybe you're higher on Brzezinski than I am. I don't know. Like, I don't.
He's decent, bro.
He's fine. He's fine. I would take either Strus or Vincent over him as a role player, though.
I would too. He fits that. Like, yeah, he fits the Warriors.
But whatever. I think Jimmy is good enough with those role players to be able to beat Minnesota. You guys always tell me, you always said it was because he was on the Heat, but I just have been trying to tell everybody, it's like, I always put him near the top 5 players in the NBA because I see his impact on games.
Crazy.
So I think he is good. I
Top
think
5.
he is better than Anthony Edwards. Like if we're just doing straight up player versus player right now, I understand Ant's going to have a flashier game. He's going to have more highlights, but in terms
I'm with you
of
there.
impacting winning, I think Jimmy.
I'm with
impacts
you on
winning.
that. I'm with you on that. Yeah, I would take Jimmy over Ant-Man in this series as the best player right now.
And so then it comes down to who's their next best player. Probably Julius Randle. Okay, I'll give Randle the edge over Draymond as their next best
No,
player.
Nas Reed, because they can't
Uh,
guard him. They have nobody to guard him.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Matt.
That's
I'm
what I
talking
meant,
about
but you're right.
next best
Like
player.
Draymond taking Julius Randle out. Like, come on, bro. You only going left. Draymond eating that shit up.
And we all know the biggest liability of the series. The 4-time defensive player of the year.
Rudy took my Lakers out. Fuck us up. 27 points.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that had me hurt, Joe. When I saw Rudy get a 20-20 game in the playoffs. So but anyways,
Hall of Famer.
I think this is an interesting series. This is going to be a long series. I think we will see Curry again in the series. That's how long it'll go. But I'm a little with you on like. I feel like Ant-Man was enjoying himself after beating the Lakers. Like he
Did a whole damn
he-
documentary, man.
he had all the videos, kind of mocking Shannon Sharp's, Ant-Man, Superman, whatever, man, Lakers in 5, laughing at all the Lakers fans. And like, I love some good shit talking, so I'm
Me
all
too.
for it. You can't do that though, and then come out like that in game 1. I thought from way early on in the game 1, I thought he got way too into talking to the refs, begging for fouls. And that's the one thing about the Warriors. They've been through so many of these runs. They know not to get too caught up in that. Draymond's going to always talk,
Right, that's
but
Draymond.
he doesn't let it take himself out the game.
Facts.
It felt like Ant kind of let it take him out the game.
Man, he was shooting duds out there, bro. When he hit that, did you see that free throw he had in the second quarter?
Yeah, damn near barely got the rim.
Man, that was bad. They needed to turn down the mics on their freaking rims. It sounded so bad. They was flat ass shots they were taking, dude. It was terrible. It was awful.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Wasn't good.
Man, he
I still got Warriors winning the
get that
series,
stress
though.
on just
I
to
still
do
got
that.
Warriors winning the series.
I do too. Crazy. Crazy.
All right, let's move on to
Because
the
of
last.
Jimmy.
Let's
I'll
move on
be
to
so
the
mad.
last one.
Jimmy can't win them in this series, bro. I can't.
I'm going to be on
I
insufferable.
can't. That'd be crazy if Jimmy wins them in this series.
Let's talk about the next one, Joe. Nuggets are up 1-0. That game is going on right. Game 2 is going on right now.
Indeed.
Early lead for the Thunder, but nonetheless, what'd you think of game 1 in this one, Joe?
Hey man, OKC is the better team, but they cannot let it be a close game because it's experience versus youth. Like this, they second time making a playoff run at OKC, and I still just feel like I don't think they ready. Like to the point where, I mean, yeah, the Nuggets came back, but I mean, Aaron Gordon making that shot, that's devastating. Jamal Murray looking good like the way he's looking. Russell Westbrook being the Energizer Bunny. I mean, the Nuggets look good. They look like they back in their groove. Like I know that last month and a half of the regular season, things weren't looking good. They fired the coach right before the playoffs. Jokic looked pissed off against the Clippers. Then they went off and beat the shit out of them in that game 7. And I think everybody's back and locked in like it used to be with LeBron's teams when they was making those playoff runs. You knew, like, damn, you may get them for the first couple games. They're going to be looking a little different. LeBron's going to be trying to figure out who's going to be hot, who's going to be this. And then next thing you know, they all click and you're like, oh, shit, they about to run through everything. That's how the Nuggets look right now. So, OKC better watch out. I don't think it's going 7. I think the Nuggets win in 6.
Yeah, here's the thing, Joe. It's like you said, if it's close, who do you trust more? Do you trust SGA in kind of an ISO situation, or do you trust the Murray Jokic 2-man game? I don't think there's anything in basketball I trust more than Murray Jokic 2-man game. Like that shit is just so automatic. So yeah, it's just like, sorry, but you got to be up
Them niggas, they're
10
good.
points, 10 points with like 2 minutes left to feel good.
1000%.
Now, OKC is good enough to do that. But it's
sure.
also like you said,
Right.
Russ has been hooping.
Man, insane.
Russ, it feels like Russ understands that this might be. He's getting to that point where he's only got so many more runs in him to try and get that
Mhm.
ring, because he's always going to have a little bit of erratic play to him. Like
That's who he is.
that's what has made him so great in his past, is that he's just always 1,000 miles per hour. But I've seen him the last few games in the Clippers series, and then in game one, it seems like he's getting a little better at pumping the brakes just so every so often. Like old Russ does not kick that ball to Aaron Gordon to hit that game winner.
No, he's
He
taking that
goes
to
at the rim and tries to finish that himself.
facts. I
Right?
agreed.
So like, that I feel like that was kind of a lost part of it, because like you could even hear like the announcers of Denver, they someone clipped the radio people, or the people that do their post game. They like had the video on them as they were watching the game, what ended up being the game winning play, and they're like, whoa, no, Russ, and then he makes the right pass, hits a three, they all celebrate. If Russ can resist that urge in the
You're
crunch time
so
moment,
right. You're so right.
that's a huge element, because he gives them so much. Like he was killing the Clippers in Game 7 just by getting offensive rebounds, tip passes, like he was just doing so many little things. You could tell he took the Clippers thing personally too, right?
Oh sure.
He was
Oh
there
yeah.
last
He
year.
wanted to
They
get
didn't
that
really
ass-
want him back. When he got that steal and then
And
dunked
dunked
it
that
with like
shit.
a few minutes left and just hung on the rim to intentionally get the tech. Yeah,
He knew. Yeah, that was great.
that was.
That's the best part about basketball, when you can talk shit like that. That shit is great.
You usually have this tech. I don't give a
Eat
fuck.
that
We're
shit.
about to beat your ass. Sent their ass home. So what do you think? Nuggets in 6? That's your pick?
Nuggets in 6. Yes, sir. Nuggets
I
in
don't
6.
hate it, Joe. I don't hate it. I think it's gonna go 7, but I kind of think the Nuggets are gonna take it.
Yeah, Nuggets want to
kinda
go
think
back
the
to the
Nuggets are gonna
finals.
take it. Speaking of the finals, Joe, let's talk about the finals. Let's make our midway through the playoffs prediction of who's going to be in the finals and who is going to win.
I'm going Nuggets, Celtics, and I'm gonna take the Nuggets to win it.
Nuggets over Celtics, eh?
Nuggets over Celtics. Jokic is that dude. I mean, there's nobody in the playoffs that can stop him.
No, yeah, sure ain't.
I mean,
no one in the NBA
Jamal
that can
Murray's
really
looking, yeah,
stop him.
or
if we're
some,
being
well,
honest, but
Dwight Howard. I'm just playing. I'm tired of people saying Dwight Howard. This shit was.
What do you mean
5,
people?
6
You mean
years ago,
you?
right? Yeah.
Okay. Nuggets over Celtics. I don't got faith in the Celtics anymore. Not after
Damn.
down 0-2.
I
0-2?
do. They're not losing
now,
to the Knicks, bro.
I would have never said this before the playoffs, so
You're not saying Pacers.
I got Warriors over Pacers.
Ooh, that would actually be a
Warriors
good.
over Pacers.
That would actually low-key be a good series. That'd be a high-scoring series.
It'd be fun. It would be fun. Now, a lot of this can be dependent if Steph can come back and be Steph.
Facts.
Because as I think Jimmy will get them past Minnesota, he ain't walking down Jokic and Murray by himself.
Hell no.
That definitely ain't happening. We saw him try with the Heat, in the finals a couple years ago when Hero was hurt, and it was just him and Bam. And we saw that, gentlemen's
You just can't do it. Yeah.
because Jokic is too good. They'll throw Aaron Gordon on him again, and that's just not a good matchup for Jimmy to go hero ball. So
He's too big. Yeah.
but if they have Curry, that opens up the floor a whole lot differently on offense. With Jokic playing a lot of drop coverage, that would be a big Curry series.
Yeah, you get to take advantage of that for sure.
So that's where my head's at, Joe. I got Warriors over the Indiana
That's
Pacers.
crazy. You would have not said that 2 weeks ago.
No, I would not have. I might have said the Pacers. I could see the Pacers getting back to the conference finals, but look, if the Knicks the Knicks aren't going to the finals. We're not having orange and blue skies, whatever the hell they say.
Yeah, not happening.
So, no. But Joe, you know how we end the show. We choose love. We choose violence. It's been a minute, so I'm hoping you're either feeling real loving or real violent. But I need to know what you got.
Damn, I didn't even think about it.
What do you mean you didn't think about it?
I really haven't
If
even
there's
thought of it.
one guaranteed thing about our show,
I
Joe,
know,
we're
that's
gonna choose
crazy.
love, and we're gonna choose violence.
I'm gonna give love to Nico Harris, bro. Give that man some love. We shit on this man for the last 3.5 months, and then he looked like he was fucking right because Luka ass, tired, old, motherfucking slow
Well,
looking ass.
first of all,
He
we
was
can't
sick.
say he's right. We can't say he's right because his dumbass didn't even shop him. That's
That's true.
forever wrong.
But
That part is forever wrong.
his narrative that he created in the media that the man smoked too much hookah and drink beers too much may have been right. So we gotta give him some love on that because come
said
on, bro.
Luka
Like what
machine.
kind of sickness was Luka having, bro? I want to know. Was he hungover, like sick? Like they said he had a stomach bug. Like, nah, man. You can't have no stomach bug in the first playoff series you got with the Lakers. That ain't right after all this shit people been talking about you. So we're gonna have to see, man. They're gonna have to get that shit together. Cause I can tired of people showing these highlights of Luka when he was first in the league and he looked skinny and they talking about before Luka found American fast food. Like we gotta get this shit together, bro.
True,
Like, but the same thing, they used to say the same shit about Jokic his first couple years in the league. Then he finally got his shit together and he went on and won the championship. So we're
yeah,
gonna
it's
see.
just different. It's just different with them.
No.
He ain't got to
So-
guard. He's not guarding point guards or small forwards. He's guarding.
Facts, yeah.
sevens.
Luka just getting ate up. So I guess my violence was to Luka too, though. Get your shit together, bro. Like, if you're not gonna get bigger, can you at least have big man quick feet? Like, can you move laterally? You know, some big men got fast feet, man. You can at least go left and right. That's all I need you to do, bro.
I respect that, Joe. I respect that one. I'm choosing violence.
The Cubs suck.
You mean the first place Cubs? Stop it.
Yeah.
What played the
But-
hardest schedule in baseball? Stop
The
it.
National League Central was trash, bro.
Yeah, well, they played basically. They've been playing their entire season against the Dodgers, Giants, and Padres. Don't get me started on the fucking whoever made this goddamn baseball schedule. But I'm choosing violence on the Miami Heat. They're not getting away from this. They're catching all the fucking fades.
They need it. They deserve it.
Because again, that's why I said from the very beginning, this is what you asked for. You asked for it. All right, you don't want to pay the guy that's been carrying your franchise for 5 years. All right. Have fun. First round exit. Worst elimination game loss in the NBA history. Congratulations, Pat. But hey, Heat culture
Damn.
though, right?
NBA history. That's rough.
Heat culture. Stupid ass, fucking old ass, senile ass dude. Like,
Oh, now he's senile. Oh, damn. He getting the full Phil Jackson treatment.
I mean, I don't got anything. I ain't got the words for it, Joe. Whole time Jimmy was there, he never gave him any real help. Like he
No.
never gave him another real like star.
When he had the
Bam's a good
opportunity.
player. Hero's a good player. Balked at the offers to go get Dame. Balked at the offers to go get Donovan Mitchell. Balked at everything that he could have done to bring in one of those superstars that got traded. Kevin Durant never pulled the trigger because he didn't want to give up somebody. Didn't want to give up Bam. Didn't want to give up whoever. Look what you got. This is what you got now. I can't wait till Giannis becomes available and say, "Oh well, we don't want to give up Bam." Okay. Because Heat culture. So it sounds like a cult to me, Joe. Heat
Damn. Oh,
culture.
no. He done
He
escaped the
cold.
cult. He done left the island.
Sure.
He done left the island. I don't know. That's great. I love it.
Now, the only thing here's the thing with culture, Joe. Any team, any professional sport, it's only as good as your best player accepts.
Facts.
You had Jimmy Butler, he accepted that shit to the max, so it worked. Dwayne Wade accepted it to the max,
Mhm.
so it worked. LeBron accepted it for the most part, right? So it all worked. Now your best player is Bam, or your best player is Tyler Hero, whichever one you want to say is the best player.
Look like I got
fact-
Deion
the
Waiters
fact-
again.
The fact that you got to kind of figure out who's the best player says enough to me, right?
Facts.
So it is what it is. You can have all that culture. You're still going to be a playing team every fucking year until you go get a real
Sounds like
superstar.
you guys suck.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
I stick it out with the team, Joe. I don't go hopping around with players or whatever when the going gets rough. I stick with my
Well,
team.
I'm a real man and I don't align myself with teams or organizations. I align myself with people.
Whatever you got to do, Joe. We're 3 into possible.
I see that red
Hard.
hat in the background.